Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL Highlander Season 15 Week 3 matchup between Froggieland and Somebody Help. I am Zagron, joined to my side by a new co-caster, because the other one is sick. We got Mocha, and we have
Hello.
a dolphin behind the camera as always. So Mocha, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm very excited about this matchup, partly because I'm technically subbing on one of these teams, but at the same time, I know this is one of Help's stronger maps from like what I've seen in past seasons. But obviously, that might change because of all the roster swaps. And when we do go down to the rosters, we're going to be bringing up a lot of like subs and whatnot coming in for tonight. So we'll have to see how it kind of plays out tonight.
Sounds good. And yeah, like you said, Somebody Help are known for this map. The old Penguins core used to be a stopwatch heavy team, but if you've been following RGL in recent years, you've seen that they've become more and more adept at the Koth, at the DM. They have players coming in who can hold a candle to some of the top invite players. Emily on Scout rings a bell, but they still have those stopwatch roots. And we're going to see how they can match up against Froggieland, who is coming in 2-0, undefeated, looking to make a repeat run all the way through playoffs once again this season. So they have a lot to play for tonight.
For sure, for sure. And I think, like, specifically because this map can be played in so many different ways. Like, you can play, like, third on, like, the upper part, the lower part, and, like, all these kind of weird strats and holds that people have done on this map. It'll definitely be, like, an interesting matchup to see.
Yeah, and we can go and run down the rosters real quick as the teams are loading into the server. On the side of Froggieland is going to be Technomo on Scout, Catalyst on Soldier, Pyrus on Pyro, Chief on Demo Man, Moist on Heavy, X on Engineer, Javier on Medic. I don't know if that's Javier or Xavier. The SAR on Sniper, and Constrate on Spy.
And on the Somebody Help side, we have Emily on Scout, Sunny on Soldier, American on Pyro, Aaron subbing in on Demo Man. We have Caboose on Heavy as well, Mio on Engineer, Fleeble on Medic, Mountain on Sniper, which may be swapped out for Timeless mid-match for subbing in, and Michaelele on Spy. So
yeah, those of you wondering where Timeless, Root for Timeless, he might be in at the half is what we've been told. So we'll see if we can get him in time before that match comes to a close. But yeah, with these rosters, like I mentioned, Froggieland undefeated team so far. Somebody Help are 1-1. They suffered a loss in week 1 to Blinky on, I believe it was Vigil, so that was a stopwatch loss they have under their belt, and then took care of business against Maxwell on Prout. So a stopwatch loss so far against a team that they could be beating on paper. Now Froggieland is probably their biggest test so far this season.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, like, we know that, like, Team Fun is, like, that really well-established team, so anything like that comes through that, like, might be a loss isn't huge or detrimental, but stuff like going against, like, Blinky, it's a little more shaky.
Yeah, the match point format encourages you to take as many rounds as you can to sneak into those playoffs. Only the top 4 make it, and whenever you drop the rounds to the mid-table teams, that's where it hurts. However, if you do that, you can make up some ground by taking rounds off the big guys, for like the Froggielands, the Team Funds of the world. So if Somebody Help can come out here, get 1 round on Swiftwater. Stopwatch is played only to 3, so 1 round gets you a big chunk of match points compared to a Koth round. So if they can do that at minimum, it'll be good. If they can win the match, they're right back in the playoff runnings.
For sure, and especially on this map, this is a really good opportunity for them to just kind of scrape up points. So we'll just have to see how they kind of play this out.
Yep, and we do have all 18 players in the server, but first we do have a small announcement. There will be an RGL Q&A session coming up this June 24th. Going to be streamed live on the Twitch TV channel for RGL. There's going to be a ton of admins there you can ask your burning questions to. We're going to have Jamon, the new head admin, Arcadia, and a bunch of other community admins. You can ask them anything you feel like. When's the next LAN? What are the plans for RGL going forward? What does Arcadia have in store? So yeah, check that out once again, June 24th for the RGL Q&A.
For sure, for sure. And with all 18 players in the server, we're just kind of waiting for ready ups here. But as well as that, we do also have plugins for merch, so don't forget to check out the RGL website and check out our merch. We will have new releases possibly coming around the playoffs area, so make sure to keep your eye out for that as well.
Yep, exclamation point merch. Those links are going to be in the chat periodically. Check those out. All the designs are made by our in-house graphics team. Proceeds will go towards helping the RGL staff and players who helped design it. Jay, with those 2 in the bottom right corner. So if you want to contribute, help out some competitive TF2, keep going. Check out those designs once again. And just like that, we do have a ready up in the server. We're going to be ready to go in just a second. All 18 players are here, as we said. So last minute roll call. Are there any players who you're looking at to do the pop offs tonight? Maybe make a big difference.
I definitely kind of looking for your flank fighting in tunnel for the most part on second. You know, second is like one of those points that's super important to like hold, because as soon as you wipe on second, it's just you lose third, and it's just immediately to fourth, right? The refight is like really tough unless you go all the way through fourth. So I'm definitely looking for our scouts here. So like Emily, I'm looking out for, and for example, like I'm also looking out for Technomo. So I really want to see how they kind of play out, just holding and establishing that flank.
Yeah, the classic tunnel squad. I have many fond memories of just sandwiching enemy flanks in there. It's a lot of fun. And something you mentioned I thought is very interesting. The meta nowadays is you hold second until your dying breath, and that causes third to get snowballed a lot. Third is a technically holdable point. It's just teams don't actually get the chance to defend it that often. Swiftwater is a map where there are 5 total capture points versus a give up, as is the case for most payloads. But with the other points, we typically think of second and fourth as the big hard holds, with last being super variable, anywhere from like 30 seconds to 5 minutes the hold can go.
Yeah.
But third is a point where you can establish a defense on. And if you can squeeze one extra hold off a point, that can really add seconds onto your time.
And especially on this map of all maps, like this map I've seen like 16-minute holds happen just because of like a nice like 1 or 2 minute hold just on third. That extends it like greatly, even though it seems like it's not a lot. So I don't really want to see third as a throwaway point, but as you said, like the meta is kind of like holding second to your dying breath, so we'll just have to see how they kind of deal with that, especially since I feel like third is such like a heavy flank area. To like get your sniper up in that window area on third is super good. So fighting this flank and whatnot is also going to be pretty important on this point, but that's only if we actually ever see a good third hold coming out. So
yeah, a lot of times that second is going to be a decisive point, and we are getting some players reconnecting back in. Just a few issues. Still 2 minutes before the recommended Highlander start time of 15 minutes late, so still on schedule technically. But yeah, when the round gets started, I'm going to be interested to see the second pushing, because we've seen so many meta shifts on second pushing for Swiftwater, where teams will like Uber man-tread soldiers, and the Phlogistinator exists for pyros to use if they're feeling like it. There's just a lot of ways that teams like try and get out there, and as a result, the defense has also shifted into a thing where they will actually just drop down and contest tunnel if they have a moment to. So I think it's gonna be interesting, because we mentioned that Help do have that stopwatch pedigree, but Froggy, as one of the strongest teams we have in the league, they're gonna know their stuff.
For sure. And honestly, like I genuinely want to see like somebody help shine in this, because I feel like they've been getting a lot of like slack for losing like their like really good main caller from the like past seasons, being May. So I want to see them, kind of pull everything together and just be really successful on this map.
Yeah, Froggieland, a perennial fan favorite team, and sometimes they have really good seasons, sometimes they can't make playoffs, so it kind of just depends on the season. They have had their highs where they've placed in the top division, they've had their lows where they've gone nearly winless, so we'll have to see if they can get rolling this season, because I do think the league is better with somebody help, at least in playoff contention. There are just so many recognizable level names on the roster, and we'll be looking to see if they can do that. As all 19 players back in the server, Dolphin has given us the 10-second warning. We're about to get started here. It is going to be Froggieland starting out on the blue side, somebody help on the red side as we load into the server.
I guess what kind of hold do you think people are gonna try and pull off this season for like stuff like second and third? Because I've seen people hold over top of like side tunnel, for example, on second, and like there's the like over or bunker hold on third. I know some people like to kind of have people sit around in house in first to kind of like sack for cart players and whatnot. Do you have any kind of expectations for more standard holds, or are you just kind of...
So you're laying all these like strategies to me that are famous in like Swiftwater's things I've done. I'm getting like a wave of nostalgia, because I've been playing this map for 10 years. This is my favorite maps. You say the above tunnel hold, I'm like, I'm thinking of the engineer with the sentry gun alone getting backstabbed by a spy because no one can stay with him. The house stuff, I'm thinking of the portrait sentry gun where you'd flank a sentry gun in there. The more relevant thing as to like the current meta is on first. A lot of times, like you said, we will see players hide out in the house. I do believe right now we are seeing Caboose, the heavy for help, lining up in the window where the portrait sentry gun used to be, and he's going to try to flank on the cart, because first, while normally a give-up point, you can earn some crucial seconds by unexpectedly dive bombing the cart. It does look like that's what they plan to do with these 3 players in the house.
Oh yeah. I'm excited to see this, honestly, because I don't know if they can see Caboose through the window here, but it seems like, and it seems like they're getting spotted out here. So blue team is definitely aware that there are people hiding in this house.
Yep, they gotta dislodge him though. Emily goes for the shot, but gets shredded immediately by Moist and Technomo. Just floated up. Now caught out is Soldier here, Sunny. Gonna try and get him alive. Technomo takes his pack though and takes him down. So no banner gonna be available. They don't stall the cart that much. They do reject the bombs. 3 bombs coming in from the explosive classes, but Help gonna get out stopped here and now get everyone out of dodge. Only real loss is gonna be that banner.
Yeah, and I think it's just kind of like showing yourself in that house. Usually you want to like hug the corners. I don't know if they saw them through the window is a thing, or if it was a spy spot, because I wasn't able to particularly catch that. But it does suck that like the sack that you were going to do just gets caught out so early and it's practically useless at that point.
Really aggressive cross can even cheat. They probably want Uber out of tunnel and they are going to trade immediately. Moist gets piped immediately, so does Yip Yapper. Getting another 2k, yeah. That's 2 big kills coming out from Yip Yapper. Who's going to get backstabbed in the backline, but that's the only kill, yeah. That's going to be 4 kills in favor of Help.
With respawners coming up, we'll have to see how this goes. We do have a teleporter here, so this might be safe for them to just kind of regroup here. It seems like Help is just kind of...
He's gonna go for a backstab here. It's gonna be a good drop down. He doesn't like his chance. He got spot on his drop. He's gonna chase down, so not able to find any impact for now. And just like that, that defense is holding out on low ground. But as tradition, the first pause of the night, this one comes in pretty early.
Yeah, I guess I saw that Froggieland was starting to buff their players and sending them to apartments. So we do have Moist and their soldiers just sitting here up in apartments getting ready for this shove. So we definitely do have a drive plate coming from tunnel about to show up, but we'll have to see how, I guess, it ends up, because it seems like, you know, everyone's fully buffed. We had our red players respawn, get back in their positions, so it seems practically even again, despite those 4 picks.
Yeah, it mainly is the defense doing a good job, because the defense can't hold forever, but when they do get that stuff, they'll be able to build their Uber back up, make sure their sentry gun's in working order, get all the players in the right positions, and have another chance to stall it out. And we do have word the pause is for a lag out. I believe it's from Mio, so we'll be getting them back in the server quickly to get this unpause going. And yeah, Fleeble down sitting here on low ground. I think it's interesting because they could go back into apartments right now. They have the time. There's no sniper watching this, so the cross is safe. But choosing to stay on low ground means that they know that they have comms basically that the Froggieland combo is also still on low ground because they're not contesting them.
Yeah, because Michael Lele, if you like go on the free cam, Michael Lele is all the way back here where the medium and big ammo pack is on first. So Michael Lele is just sitting and just chilling out and calling all of that's happening. So he saw no rotate come back out and he saw the flank players coming up to apartments and is just calling all of this for his team. So somebody help is just, they know where to play.
Yeah, and I do want to point out right now we're likely seeing a sack play coming forward because we see Moist and Catalyst in the upper apartments. The heavy soldier 2-man combo is very strong to push because the soldier can kind of whip the heavy through. They can try to pick someone in this apartment's area. And if they do find the entry pick, all of a sudden they have high ground control and the defense has to be very, very careful. So we're going to see how their push goes once this unpause happens.
For sure.
I just noticed his loadout. That's the Froggy loadout. Look at him.
Oh, look at him! He's a little frog. Oh, that's perfect. We do have 2 frog teams fighting each other today, so we have somebody help and Froggieland, so may the best frog win.
It's the Frog Bowl. It happens every season for the past few seasons, because these two are the two, other than Team Fun, these 2 teams are the only teams that have been like staples throughout every invite season recently.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Granted, there's been like another iteration of a team that's like the fast fourth, right? They've been for the past 2 seasons, and those players shuffle around as well, but Froggy and Help have been here for a long time.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And we do have where the unpause is coming in very shortly, so I'm gonna keep the camera for myself at least on Catalyst and Moist here because I want to see how fast they go.
Yeah.
Micah has called them out though, so I want to see who goes to meet them. It looks like they're gonna have Sunny kind of spamming it out, and Caboose is ready as the unpause is in. They are looking for the whip. Catalyst trying to go through, and he instantly gets thrown to the rocket. That call from Micah just gets them shredded.
Fleeble's getting trapped out.
The Fleeble dipping and dodging. 1 HP gets back to the pack in time. That's great movement to actually keep their life and keeping that Uber intact right now. Construed, he wants to find his moment, finds the pack, likely going to go for a decloak up top. Don't pause again.
And back we are to the exact same setup. It seems as though Michael Lele, after the sack failed, is holding this door open. So it seems like either Caboose or someone is going to walk through this gate, right? And it's just gonna try and maybe get this flank through. So Michael Lily kind of dwindling in the back there was really good for them, but we'll have to see what rotates happening here because it seems like Xavier or Javier is looking to either rotate out of tunnel or not. So
I was gonna say Xavier because
Xavier.
I gotta choose one, and it's an X.
We'll just go with Xavier.
Yeah, but either way, yeah, like you mentioned, that door is open. And for those of you who have seen my YouTube video about Caboose on Heavy on Swiftwater, you know why you don't leave that door open for Caboose on Heavy. So he might be going through, getting some kills here. But like you said, the reset for Froggy is important because they are coming up on Uber. I see 80% Uber right now for Xavier, so they're likely going to want to find a push angle. Their first Uber didn't work on the low ground exchange, so it looks like they're kind of leaving tunnel right now. At least that's where, you know, his medigun is pointed. So they might try the apartments exchange now, which if you do have the jump on the defense, they don't have time to rotate back up. It is a favorable exchange for you.
For sure, for sure. I am very interested in this flank from Caboose. I'm staring at it. I'm waiting for the unpause to come through, but we'll have to see how this plays out. Like, Construd is behind somebody help right now as well.
Yeah, he's the only person who could see this flank right now. No one else is in the vicinity at all to see Caboose walking through.
So we'll just have to hope and pray that Construd actually catches this before it happens. But we'll have to see, because it seems like American is just kind of out for him, so...
Yeah, American's been keeping him at bay on this pack. Every time he walks close, American's flaming him back. So, yeah, not getting a med pick, but if you could find the heavy pick, that'd be a really big step to kind of opening up that upper flank that very much failed before because they knew it was coming and had the people in the right places.
For sure, yeah.
And something else that I want to point out is that Sunny is up on 75% banner charge, and if you are able to get that and pop it in post, the exchange turns favorable for you no matter what, even if you popped first or if you flashed more.
Yeah,
It's a raccoon in his head. I feel like I've seen that cosmetic before, but I've never seen anyone use it. That's a really funny one.
Yeah. We have a frog, we have a raccoon.
Yep, and no word yet about what the reasoning for this pause is. Sorry to be stalling you out. It looks like it's just the same player, Mio, lagging out again. So, internet, not good for Mio. Okay, we have an update. Mio is too laggy to play. Sunny is moving to engineer, and they're gonna have Biffle come in on soldier. So that's what we got.
Biffle return.
And like losing an engineer is like one thing, right? Like it's engineer, how much game impact could they really have? But honestly, I feel like Sunny, like Biffle's no slouch on soldier, but Sunny is consistently like a very strong banner type soldier. Which if your soldier on a map like Swiftwater isn't playing properly the way your team needs them to with the charging banner and holding the right space, you might find yourself getting flanked or losing those exchanges a lot faster. But unpause is going to be coming in soon. Hopefully, we will not have another one for the rest of the match. We've had our share of pauses.
Yeah, for sure. But to see, losing your ender here on defense though is gonna be a little tough.
Yeah, they're probably gonna wait if I were to like guess, because like if it is, yeah, about bringing the swap in, because the sentry gun's still up. They might wait for the sentry gun to just explode. Actually, but if Mio's lagging out, the sentry gun auto explodes. So
yeah, that's like when they swap the players out, the sentry gun's gonna go down.
That's really unfortunate. Actually, they're looking really strong in this defense.
This defense is extremely strong, but with that sentry gun down, that's like literally part of the defending hold. So we'll have to see if, you know, with that information they're going to take advantage of that, but we'll have to see.
Yep, and Construd is up top, sitting behind Mountain, but again, found by American. Can't get anything done here. American just has his number, as now Ubers are up, and looks like they want to stay tunnel for the exchange.
Caboose is hiding! No! They don't see him! Look at Caboose! Look at Caboose!
Uber exchange coming through the main tunnel, though. It gets completely denied by the scout demo duo. It's a great counter Uber from Yip Yapper and Help here, trying to get some space. Pyrus is trying to airboss back, but like you said, Caboose with a big 2K up top buys tons of space for his team. Uber gonna kite back, keep their life. Gun is still up. Mule has not lagged out quite yet. Mountain goes down to an SVS, but that's the only kill that Froggy found.
I have no clue how the soldier walked in and did not see Caboose at all. Catalyst.
Banner popped out, and it is going to be a free kill onto Exo right now. Getting shot in the back. Techno can't hit the shots though, and Sunny kept alive and does get taken down finally. And Caboose backstab. All of a sudden, tons of kills flood in for Froggy. Yip Yapper trying to hold it down, but with the sentry gun going down, they're getting collapsed on Fubo all alone. Gets taken down. Yep, and that's going to be the point coming in favor of Froggieland. there are a lot of frags in their favor, and like you said, that third point, it's gonna get snowballed.
Potentially, it seems like they're actually possibly going to be able to hold this third. So, no roll, thankfully.
Yeah, they're gonna try. Remember, they don't have the engineer quite yet because of the meal lag out. We see right now it's 8v9.
Yeah, that was the pause there. That was the pause there. Thompson is gonna get caught here, but they are gonna lose their fire.
Yep, 2-man down. This high ground, the Cyrus control's too strong from the offense. They can't walk out if you are help. You just have to walk back in the spawn. The stickies from Chief are doing so much work, raining down onto Yip Yapper. Technomo gets a headshot sent his way, and with that kill onto Biffle, no soldier means they can't contest, and it is that snowball through third. No engineer, not enough players means they can't get the space at all. Now it's on to fourth.
A bomb immediately in, but it's gonna get denied.
Yep. American stuffs him in the
Michael
foot in
Landry
there.
keeps poking it.
Ooh, big backstab from Micah onto Chief, gonna be denying this aggression. They have to back off the metal sheet. Froggieland need to get all the way back. Xavier down low, down to about 30 HP, but will get back into that spawn shutter, and it will be a bit of a soft restart now coming on this fourth hold. Uber up for Fleeble, I believe Uber up for Xavier as well. They're gonna want to pop up soon, and again, another SVS win coming in favor of Saw.
And we're gonna see this kind of fight here for just all this round, and it seems like they're just kind of taking this for free. Like, it's just a heavy and
Sar's flanked out wide. They can't peek out at all, otherwise Sar's gonna take their heads off, and they're just walking into yard for free. Sunny gets taken down. Fleeble taken down. 2K. That's a drop onto the enemy medic. Construct single-handedly destroying that hold with those picks.
And just the decoy for the gun, but to get the med with that is crazy. I know that they were all grouped up because of the sniper swing wide and losing the SVS, but that's absurd to all be in one place and no one caught that?
It's a freebie. They're all so worried about that sniper. They're herded up into that corner. They can't spread. They can't get space. It's great timing from Construct out. And like you said, chain steps like that probably shouldn't happen. Your medic should be more aware. But either way, it's a great play coming through. And with that, the snowball blue fort is complete. Mountain gonna get some revenge onto Sar, but it only stabilizes them temporarily as Fleeble is on a 20% disad.
And if they want to use this ad, they're gonna have to take it in quickly. But it seems like it might possibly just even out here.
Yeah, down to 15% right now. Level 2 sentry gun built up by Sunny, now swapped onto Engineer. Gonna try and get that gun up in time. Biffle is dead though, which means no banner potential at all gonna be ready. Yeah, that's a call, and they're gonna force out 95 for Fleeble. Can she get in time? Very low, finally gets that Uber, pops out, saving as many players as they can. Cartwheel getting set, they need to jump on it. They're gonna get there. Caboose is too fat to run on there with that Uber. Heavy man too slow, and that's gonna be a blazing fast cap at 556.
They were so distracted about getting this Uber on time that no one realized that the cart was just pushing for free all the way down to the point.
Yeah, they're so scared. They're like, stall 5%. We can get the Uber. We can jump onto it. But no one was anywhere close. They were all herded back into that corner. Fleeble got knocked around like a pinball, got it off in time. But Caboose was the only person who could get there, and he's just playing the slowest class in the game. So.
And that's gonna be a 6-minute time. That second hold was so strong that you'd think that it was much longer, but.
I feel bad because losing your engineer in a situation like that on defense where you're looking strong is so unfortunate.
That's what I was thinking immediately as they said that, like, oh, they're switching out their NG. It's like, well, there goes the whole point of, like, half of the point of the Uber or half of the point of the dry fight is spamming out this gun. It's just gone to thin air.
Yeah, but to Froggie's credit, they did actually find their way in upper. I believe it was a stab coming through onto Caboose that kind of opened up the avenue for their own heavy to flank up top. So even if Mio was there, they probably still lose second at that timing, but not being able to set up at all in the follow-up definitely hurts your chances at putting up a hold anywhere else.
Not even being able to, like, make it a little scrappy at the very least is tough.
Yep, regardless, help have 6 minutes, otherwise they're gonna be going down. And there's the stat pad stickies getting a big 3K. Chief gonna be getting a lot of damage.
Do you see what Moist and Catalyst is right now?
I've seen this before in theory, but that said, they're not gonna get a chance to activate quite yet at all because 5 players, make it 6, have just exploded out of the gate on the side of help.
They're just waiting for this though. This is hilarious. Look at this.
Yeah, they're trying to gank some cart pushes right now. American,
no one notices.
American is gonna be the unlikely candidate. Oh, he dies, Sunny dies. I like this a lot, right? Because whenever on payload, where first is just traditionally a giveaway point, if you throw contests at them, they don't know what to do. And we've seen that traditionally on Swiftwater come at the house angle, where, you know, there's a pack to play from, you have some cover, but why not just gank them at the start, you know? Make it hard from the moment the gates drop.
I had never seen that before, other than the house flank. I've seen Satin through cart through house, but if from that lower bridge with your heavy and soldier is kind of strange, but it worked.
Yeah,
After,
Micah,
of course, the 6 kills.
Yeah, Micah gonna get a good backstab though onto the enemy sniper, so is gonna be able to buy his team some space to walk forward. He's on fire when he got that stab too, so good timing from him to get there. As Cart now getting to the first capture point, Constrib is in behind, gonna be calling out all the rotations coming through, and with only 4 minutes 40 on the clock, we're gonna need to see some good pushes from Help. If you take more than 2 to get second, it's gonna be starting to look bad, and they want to go immediately for an exchange through apartments.
There's a lot of damage exchange here. They're looking to walk in, but nothing quite yet. I'm assuming they're trying to wait for their players to just kind of get in position in tunnel to get that card up.
At this point, I'm wondering if their goal isn't to go, but no, they are going to go through instead. Pyro too late to stuff that actually, but the medic is separated. Fluba does latch back onto Yip Yapper. Mountain and Mike are going to go down, as will Emily, and that's 3 players dead right now for the side of Help. They're trying to find some kills, but they're not going to get anything. Yip Yapper taken down in the back lines, and all of a sudden, they don't get anything. They do get some cart pressure, but no kills.
And this flank is going to be completely won at the same time, and Exa just pulled the gun to save it.
Ooh,
onto the... Oh?
Biffle with a really good kill onto Catalyst, actually, deny that banner. He will go down, but no defensive banner is very big. And Mountain, quick scope onto Technomo, clears out that flank. No soldier, no scout. All of a sudden, Help have room to work.
For sure, and now the gun is being set up here up top on the side tunnel. It's the gun that I talked about, the side
classic,
tunnel gun.
the
Let's
nostalgia
see how
gun.
they what they kind of do with this, because
Heavy tunnel pressure. They're getting a Mountain into the side tunnel, which is, you can get a good angle onto the enemy medic if they are playing upper, but he doesn't like what he sees. Going to rotate back out to main. Both meds very close to Uber Kleber, about 10% higher, but not going to be enough to go off of for now. Side tunnel rotation coming through. They're going to Uber side tunnel? I haven't seen this since 2013. They're going to try to get out there, but they can't find anything. No kills at all coming in. They finally get X's gun.
The counter Uber is just getting taken straight into them for kills. This is going to be really good for Froggieland, just cleaning up everyone for this, getting the med as well.
Someone's gonna have to tell me if side tunnel Uber is some secret hidden tech being brought back in the scrims, because I've not seen a side tunnel Uber legitimately since 2013 or 14.
It was quite strange, and now it looks like they're trying to just kind of get kills here and just stagger players inside a tunnel, but side tunnel?
Yeah, it's so weird. Like posting for sniper there when you have control is fine. Getting pressure there is fine, but if you Uber side tunnel, what can you realistically get? You can't pressure the enemy medic in apartments at all. You're trying for the sentry gun, maybe like flanker kills, but you can't get players onto high ground. You're stuck low ground, and no cart.
Biffle just walks in and kills Xavier?
Yeah, he got in with that jump around the side, so does get the kill onto the enemy medic, which buys out of space. Creep up on 80% now, and they're gonna get the sentry gun with a sticky snipe from Yip Yap, but all of a sudden, things are looking doable for Help. Biffle is trying to do it on the side tunnel. They do get the kill onto Catalyst, and just like that, it's just the demo and Pyro holding up. Heavy as well will get spotted out by Micah and chased down by Emily, so all of a sudden kills get flooded in off that big med pick.
That's... Wow, I don't even know what to say about that. Biffle just walked in through the shutter. No one heard it or saw it until their med was done. And that just opens up a huge door for them to have ad here. Them to walk in for free.
They have to. It's only a minute and a half left. If they get stuck on third or have to use Uber here, it's not going to be looking good.
But they have a level 2 gun up already for defending. It's going to be tough for them to take this unless...
He's in the opponent's stairs, distracting. They get a kill into Catalyst. He gets some damage down. They're going to Uber into it. Yeah, they're trying to get some kills. Pyro stuck out. Emily going for the kill, but great floats. Pyros will get taken out in the end. Biffle now back. Spamming rockets does so much damage. Will go down. They're trying to stack onto the car, but there's a spy on their med. Distracting. No one can get kills, and the re-push is coming out from Froggy.
And it's 1 minute left, so I don't even know if they have enough time to even push throughout this entire thing with ×3.
Well, definitely not at this point, because they are all dead. Xavier has Uber, and that is going to be a solid hold on third coming forward from Froggy.
And it's just, you know, it's just tough to see them get such like a good advantage and then just be snuffed out immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it all boils down to like the timing thing in the first half with NG disconnecting. Obviously, Froggieland do deserve to win this half. They played the rest of the push pretty much flawlessly, and Help had some blunders coming at the very end, but either way, for Help, it feels like there's something there. There's a little spark. You know, they showed a good repush on second off the damage. The side tunnel Uber, I don't know what that was. Please never do it again. But...
and keep in mind, there's a lot of players, like, well, not a lot, but there's a handful of players that are subbing in on somebody else. So this isn't even their standard roster.
Yeah, it is unfortunate they don't have their full starting lineup. Mountain trying his best here. Is kind of matching Sar. I need to check the SVS, but overall, Swiftwater, not traditionally the most sniper dominant map, so you're not hurting there. But either way, losing your NG and losing your Soldier. Like I said, Sunny, he's going to be fun engineer. Biffle can be fun on Soldier, but I feel like Sunny's such an impact player for this team that getting him off that Soldier has hurt them.
For sure, for sure. And what were our players that we were looking out for here? I was looking out for Scouts, which seems like Technomo really did kind of shine in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, Technomo, not traditionally the Highlander hard carry scout that some other teams may have. He's no slouch by any means, but it is that stopwatch, so half those points probably come from the card. But 17 kills shows that he is doing some fragging.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was looking at. Just like kind of looking at these logs. Like, despite, you know, the card time and whatnot, as you mentioned, like, he's still doing a lot of impact, and I'd assume that was coming a lot from playing in that side tunnel, or like playing in tunnel in general.
Yep, definitely getting the cleanup he needs to, and the cleanup is coming off of Chief's damage, nearing 500, 480 overall, 13-6. Chief is having a monster game right now, doing a ton of work on Highlander's most impactful class. Conshoot as well, 15-7. He's done a ton.
For sure, despite being kind of ratted out during the entire game, like, American had his eyes like on the back of his head just looking for him. But despite that, Conshoot was performing extremely well.
Yep, and overall SVS is 3-2, so very close, is in favor of Sar right now, but that's likely not, impacting the game too much. It's not the reason why we're not able to put up a defense outside of second. It's not the reason why they weren't able to push second fast enough, so that's not something I'm going to be looking at too heavily. Scrutinizing. Caboose is top ranking his team. I just want to point that out.
Of course.
So many big plays on that Swiftwater heavy.
He did get +2 in that upper area in apartments. Padded logs, question mark? I'm just joking, but
I mean, if we're on padded logs, Chiefs with the sticky 3K with crits, that's we can cut 50 DPM. We can cut 50 DPM off that.
Padded logs.
We have some roster updates coming on. Emily onto NG, Biffle onto Scout, and they're putting Sunny back on Soldier, which I am a fan of. Emily has played Engineer and Invite before, and you're just a Scout basically, but slower, so worse, but still gonna be perfect with that hit scan aim. And yeah, I feel like that's probably an upgrade overall for Help.
For sure, yeah. Especially when they're kind of bleeding a bit right now. Like, getting people kind of more so back on like their star classes. I know Emily is a huge like star scout, but I think like Biffle can kind of just like, I don't want to call it like being a warm body in that position, but I think Soldier does a lot more, I'd say, on this map than Scout does. If this was something like Koth or whatnot, it would be a lot different, but I feel like specifically on this map, it's an acceptable change.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that assessment. Soldier, definitely a more impactful class in Swiftwater than Scout, so getting Sunny back on, his main class, the one that he's played, has all the synergy with, is just the key player
and, like,
on this team.
Banners and everything.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an overall upgrade, and it comes at the half because they had time to think about it. It's not just Mio's disconnected, we need anyone on NG. Well, I guess we can move our Soldier, but yeah, at this point they thought this out, and I do think it'll be a stronger roster coming into the second half as all 18 players are in. We're waiting for a ready up right now. In the meantime, we do have a plug once again. The RGL Q&A is coming up on June 24th. Join us on the RGL Twitch channel. You can talk to admins Jamond, Arcadia, the new head admin. Ask them any burning questions you have about RGL. When's the next LAN? What changes are planned for the league? Anything you want to ask. So again, June 24th, be there at the RGL Twitch channel.
Sure, for sure. I guess, what are your thoughts on, like, what do you want to see this upcoming half? To, like, kind of see maybe what might be more successful for Help? What might kind of solidify Froggie's win, possibly? What are your thoughts?
Whenever a team gets held throughout, like, half of a stopwatch map where they just don't make it to the end, I always think that it's better for them to come and attack first and try to set their own pace here, because it's not like they had no idea what they were doing. Obviously, they pushed second in the end. They had people flanking. I'll reserve the side tunnel Uber for some criticism later on. I'll say like that's a desperation thing. Where at that point they're already running out of time, but they know how to push. We saw them push, but they didn't get a chance to do it for the back half. So I think with them on offense, I want to see them come out and show a decent mastery over Swiftwater, cap in sub 8 minutes, maybe 9 if it stretches on, but just get a playable time, basically. A time that you can hold on defense, assuming your NG doesn't disconnect, and you do get a chance to, defend car on last.
For sure, for sure. And with the readies coming in, my only comment is that I think Froggieland has just honestly been playing this well. There's kind of a couple slip-ups with the sacks and whatnot. For example, like, you know, pushing into apartments for the sack. But that was just mostly because they were getting, like, called on. So I think for the most part they've been playing quite well. And we'll just have to see how somebody help adapts to this.
Yeah, Froggy is coming in as the favorites overall, 2-0 on the season. So for them, this is par for the course in their mind. They think they're going to be winning. Obviously, they're playing like it.
And perhaps no 4 to 6K on this initial push.
That's gonna be interesting, right? Because if you're help, you think, all right, they just all in us multiple times over on the cart. What are we gonna do here? First step: don't walk into the 6 crit stickies on this outside wall.
Catalyst is now? Why is this guy in like every corner? This guy's a rat. He's in sewers right now.
I gotta look for him.
Apologies, I got corrected. A frog.
I see him. Well, I wonder what the point of being there is, because, like, obviously you don't hide under the cart 2 rounds in a row, but, you know, him and Moist have been, like, the rat squad, or I guess the frog squad, right? They're just ready to gank people. And it is going to be a standard setup. We actually have Sar playing the pub sniper spot in-house. Okay, another kill from the stickies on Chief. Sar walking out, looking for an angle. Yeah, he gets a headshot. I'll see if he can try to get a kill. Yeah,
he's gonna get Mountain.
The pub sniper has missed. Mountain never saw it coming.
He's playing a pub. Somebody help is gonna win roof here though, so they're gonna have that high ground temporarily.
Yep, and oh no, Micah tried to get a decloak down. He actually gets the kill to Catalyst, blows him up with his own rocket. That's pretty big.
American knows
I think he spotted it. Yeah, Moist just gets juggled by that scouter gun in house, and he gets cleared out. Technomo, oh my god, Biff will just put them in the dirt.
Oh my god, in a box. And with those 2 picks down, this will mean that they have a lot of space in this tunnel area, as well as... Oh, there's a trap! There's a trap! Oh, they dead, I think.
You gotta be so careful with the Swiftwater traps. I have bad memories of playing with male teams.
There was a trap in tunnel that Chief put on, but dead extremely early, so it didn't catch anyone. I was so excited for it.
Yep. Contra dodging some spy check attempts by Yip Yapper and Caboose, so he will be able to call out the rotations coming through. We do see right now Yip Yapper and Caboose going upper with that medigun. They're likely going to trade Uber through apartments once again. This is interesting. Catalyst is up there with them. He has a banner out. I don't think he has because he did die at the end. Yeah, he's on 0, so just up here with his team. Micah is in the very back lines. He's going to be the enforcer shooting the gun. Yeah, and the Uber comes in. Good deny coming through from Pirates, as always, going to be airblasting them back and killing Biffle. Couldn't get that flash on the exit. Sentry gun doesn't go down. Next it's Rescue Ranger. That's a really good play by Axa to reposition it over this side tunnel, which was an issue last time for help.
And kind of just resetting here, like, they're gonna have slight ad here for help because they use their heavy pistol steel building. And I don't know if this is getting called at all because their spy is definitely dead right now across the land, so they might have no clue about this. They're up 75% to 45.
Oh, Yip Yapper is low HP. Yip Yapper needs to get a heal, and they probably do know they have that ad because we see Micah is on the other side. He's probably looking to call it out. They're positioning like they want to go the second they have it, which is very good. Sunny gonna go down, so no server gonna be in this Uber, but here comes the advantage Uber. 25% left for Xavier. Airblast again, Pyra stuffing them, but they get the stickies. Yip Yapper finds that medic pick, and that is gonna win the point for help.
And I really don't think they were aware of it because their med was playing so extremely close here.
Yeah,
just on that dispenser. So the building on the Fist of Steel completely caught them out, and at the same time they got a good coordinated sap on the they got a good coordinated sap on top of the gun inside
they can't push the cart.
A bomb.
There's a sniper watching. SAR's staring at this cart. They can't get it. Recontest coming onto high ground from the explosive classes. Catalyst will get some heals, and they're going to get Caboose as well. Finally, the reinforcements are in, and Xavier dies again. Micah doubling up on those med picks, and now the reinforcements are here for help. They're going to line up kill after kill. Chief, Exa, Moist all going to go down, and they will finally get this capture, a well-deserved.
Oh, but now it's going to go down.
Surely for the capture.
This is
surely.
Scrap.
Yip Yapper, help him out. Yip Yapper, help him out. Yeah, they will cap it up. So
Technomo's coming in again.
There's a mini sentry. They're good. They're good. 3:20. That feels way longer of a time than it should have been. But either way, that's still a fast time through 2, considering seconds is the point.
And it looks like they're just gonna look to kind of shove here. They know they have full ad here, but Biffle's gonna go down, so this ad is gonna be a little shaky.
Look at this Uber.
This is gonna be.
They're gonna get the gun at least. SAR doesn't get deaded on, so he's gonna escape.
The gun doesn't even go down.
Yeah, it's a
But
level
that
1,
was
so it won't be too big of a deal. Micah gets a big kill onto that 450 heavy, so there's some space to work with. He's still alive as well. Gonna be looking for a follow-up stab. Defense is back out with that level 1. Micah gets spotted out. We'll go for the demo! What a drop step onto Chief, but Yip Yapper's dead to a reflect pipe, so both demos out.
And it looks like it's just going to be kind of a reset here. Both demos are down, 6 seconds on Chief to respawn, so it's likely just going to be ad for Froggieland, and that's probably going to scare somebody help from kind of shoving this cart. So we'll have to see what they kind of do. It seems like Mike Lily is just getting all the way behind here, so possibly coordinated sap, possibly. It's a little difficult to sack here, especially on this lower end, so we'll have to see how they take this. They might just wait for it to even out.
Oh, they're defensive, aggressive Uber onto the medic. He's so far up. Uber gets body blocked by that spy and taken down. They were not prepared at all for that aggressive play out of Froggy. That is a very good play for Froggy. They know exactly what they can get away with, and they just punish help for being unaware.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a bit tough here. Like, dropping so many players like that is, even when it was ad, is extremely tough. And
Oh no!
It's just gonna get like
That's such a delayed chain stab, but Micah on a 4K overall. Look at the heavy on the Cyrus. Caboose is a menace. Therefore, going to clean up Pyrus, and despite their medic dying, they say we can do that too. Micah gets his second med pick of the round, and they're going to go through third. 5 minutes overall. They're making a pretty good time for themselves.
And
look
this,
at these kills.
Oh, Boss gonna come in here, but nothing's really gonna get caught here. And it seems like they're just trying to take space here on...
Sunny,
Oh,
he will live.
Sunny!
That's pretty big. Mountain gets the kill onto Sar, but gets picked by the spy, so no snipers on the playing field right now. Air Blast coming in. Sunny, he needs to back up. There's a pyro in his face. American on cart. Good for 1 HP. Cleans up by Technomo.
Moist here.
Yep,
And the gun is
sap.
gonna go down as well.
Sunny going for a jump at half
Sunny going
HP,
in.
looking for it. A lot of damage onto Xavier, but he is still alive at 75%. Weevil they have ad. I don't know if they know they can go off it. They're gonna see if they can try, but 85 for Xavier. Air Blast comes from Pyrus, does go down
good
though.
Good deny here.
Xavier 95, American gonna be jumping in there deep. Chief 1 HP, can he burn out? He will stay alive for now, but American has bought them a ton of space. Now Uber is ready for the side of Froggy. They're gonna walk out with it.
And the counter Uber is gonna come out here, and Fleeble is in a very awkward spot.
Oh, no, Fleeble's dead.
Able to open the door
Wait,
here,
Technomo?
but
Technomo, you gotta hit those scattergun shots. He just misses everything.
and
Fleeble is
everyone
alive.
just dies for this. Everyone goes down for it.
Technomo was one-on-one with the medic and he missed every scattergun shot, and just like that, that push goes terribly. They just collapse immediately and help, capping up fourth.
And they're gonna take this extremely quickly through the ramp slope question mark. But it seems like they're just gonna kind of back out to reset here. They know they have ads. They know that they can take this in later.
Mortis is getting chased down. We'll get those fists out in time. Sunny dead, no banner gonna be available as Technomo retakes that side area for his team, and it is gonna be that reset, like you said. Fleeble up on 100 though. They know they have this ad and they're holding the shutter open. We're pausing for like
again. I don't know. We don't know what the reason is for this pause, but we'll have to see. What are you kind of expecting here?
I'm gonna be optimistic about the pause, right? I'm gonna say help caps in 90 seconds and timeless is in the server.
Just real quick, there are traps right around the corner where Caboose is about to peek. So I don't know if they're gonna try and hold this, because obviously Catalyst is in this room and could possibly call the dead, or a Chief might just try to blind at it or something.
That looks like 3 stickies, so Caboose will live.
Yeah. Caboose will definitely live, but I don't know if they're holding that for Fleeble to walk in with this ad. Because they're definitely not
if Caboose doesn't check that and Fleeble walks into it, that is some not due diligence being taken.
That'll be very sad, but we'll have to see it. Honestly, I see Mountain's about to take this angle through the window here as well. So it does look like they're just probably just going to take this ad on their Pyro. I know that their scouts coming in soon. Their demo's on respawn, so we'll have to see if they're trying to take this quick or if they're just trying to establish lobby first.
They're gonna try and walk through. Caboose doesn't see the stick. Yeah, gets the stickies deaded for the team, and like you said, Mountain working the side angle, gets some help from his pyro. They are waiting for Yip Yapper, like you said. Micah gonna go down. That's really bad timing. Means no impact gonna be able to come out from the help spy. We will see them now walk into lobby. They're gonna lose their ad as now 100% gonna be up for Xavier and his team. Now the right side lobby push, looking to come out from the heavy. Caboose trying to make some space with the soldier.
And it seems like they're just kind of backing out from this lobby. Now they realize they're at
Yeah, they're
field
gonna
and
go
they're
side
moving
hall.
all the way to right.
Yep,
And
and
they're
Uber
gonna
punch
pop
out. Good air blast from
get the gun.
Pyrus, as always, stuck him in the corner, loses his life for it. Gun taken low, gets rescue rangered out at the last second by Exus, so that one's gonna be alive and dangerous.
No cards on here so far.
And no cards on Catalyst has the banner though. They're gonna be able to drop on and not take any damage coming through. That said, they've lost Sar, Conchu, and Moist. That heavy going down is big. Uber now out for the
And they
side of
pop?
Froggy, dropping onto it to help Catalyst clear it. They do get the mini sentry, but they need some more kills.
I feel they possibly can pop there, but it's better to be safe. They're all shoving into lobby here, which kind of leaves quite a bit open. Other than everyone's just kind of resetting now, just taking that space, I guess.
So
So
who's getting
we'll have to
rushed
see.
down on the shutter will get taken down,
Yeah.
so
There
we'll need
is
to wait
slight
for 'em.
Uber ad for somebody help, especially since, you know, the late pop coming from Xavier. So we'll have to see if they're looking to take this as ad or not. It seems like they're building with their Fist of Steel heavy again, so they're possibly looking to just take this complete advantage in.
Yep, and that advantage will be huge if they can get there in time. Emily gonna be the only respawner. Technomo coming up. It's a full 9v9 situation, but this Uber is the key play. They're trying to go fast. They're gonna go up the lower ramp into the enemy team. Pyrus once again is on the job.
75%
3-4 air
on Xavier.
blast. Yep, Mountain is dead in the SVS. Xavier trying to get this Uber 85%. Trying to draw the players, will lose a couple, but Sunny and Biffa will die. American can't quite get in, will get killed by the soldier, and they didn't have to pop. That is just a complete denial coming through from Frog.
They didn't have to, if I'm honest. The players that Xavier was healing was in a dispenser during that. So they were building extremely slow, and despite that, they just didn't lose their red at all. American tried to second, but nothing came out of it. So now they're just trying to retake fourth here with their complete ad, and the gun's already up here, so... Oh!
X has
like
been on
everyone's just
point with the
picking back
Rescue
up.
Rangers. He keeps
Yeah.
saving that gun over and over. X, oh, he's dead! Micah with the
Oh.
Enforcer gets him with a mini
And
crits,
the
trying to move
sap.
it back. He gets the gun down in time, yeah, the sap comes in, like you said, that's going to take him down. Help trying to find some area off that, but they're still stuck on low ground. X is the only pick they found, so they need to spam upward. They are going to stack onto the cart, which is a good strat
Getting
to
a
get
lot
some
of
time,
time.
but Banner again out.
Oh, with Banner out there, just able to shove everyone here. And it looks like they're just going straight for pits.
Yeah, help is kind of collapsing here. It feels like every time they're trying to walk forward, they just get baited into aggression. There's always something ready to counter them, whether it's the late Uber, the Banner, once again
And
coming
on
out.
the cart, Michael Lily's on the cart. It's gonna get taken down here,
Yeah.
but it looks like Help is really trying to shove this.
But yeah, they're just sacking onto it over and over right now. Both meds do have Uber, so it's up to Help when they want to force this exchange. But right now, all players are lining up outside this ramp. Time is going to be extending into the range of too long right now. It's going to be 10 minutes, I believe, coming up shortly. And here's the
And
Uber.
Uber does get popped. American
Yep.
on the cart here is gonna go down immediately. No, they're...
Caboose
One of
gonna
the
shove the heavy, and wins the heavy v heavy, but he gets taken down for his trouble. And now the Uber out on the cart for Froggy. It's just Yip Yapper trapped here, gets flanked and taken down.
Yapper.
That's a 3K with a revolver from Constru in the midst of that. He's on the 3K right now overall. X's
Oh my
gun picks up
gosh.
3 as well.
And
Oh,
this
this
is
time.
just gonna be a reset again. This is
Yeah.
practically even. Uber's like maybe 10%-ish difference, but this is gonna be Help initiating this again. And
Yeah,
whether
they
they
have to.
shove...
Their time is so bad at this point. It's getting to the realm of not possible if you're looking at a conventional time right now. It's going to be easily in the 4 digits total of time. Going to try to walk into the lobby, find an angle for their sniper. They need anything. They need a pick.
They did tap the cart, which is good. But the thing that they're having an issue with is that, like, Moist is just sitting in this corner and just killing the pyro before he can airblast anything on the cart. Michael Lily just permanently
Mountain
decloaking
going
over and
for
over
the
again.
shot.
But
Misses
Well,
it. He does find the SVS win though, so they are able to get on in advance. Now looking for that engineer. He finds it!
Oh.
Mountain cracking things open.
the gun is gonna pick up American here though, and Mountain is gonna get chased down. Is gonna go down here. The gun, the payload, I mean, is getting quite close, but with Moist just staring at it this entire
On the
time,
brass
it's gonna be
beast,
tough.
taking
And
damage
the
reduction.
Yeah, the brass beast of all things.
But then some kills did come in for Help in that delayed Uber on their side. They're going to take Nomo, and there's the reset on the timer from Micah. That's going to be his job for the rest of the game, is make sure that card doesn't roll back.
American's gonna be on
Look
it
at
again.
Anthony!
Oh,
Dead jumps
oh,
onto
God.
it! It's even closer. Surely they're just going to sack onto it over and over now. And look, yeah, we're going to see the banner and the drop coming in from Moist. The Brass Beast Heavy is on the cart. The only way to take him down, he's getting tanked, is a headshot. So let's see if Mountain positions for it.
And like Caboose, or not Caboose, but Moist is just gonna be sitting on this cart this entire time. It's been his job for the past like what 4 minutes of this whole.
Yeah,
3
he's gonna get
minutes?
tanked up. He got headshot. They need to get heals on him. He's gonna get headshot and killed. He's low. Heal
Yeah,
him.
he
Heal
is
the man.
low. Help
Heal the
him,
man.
help him.
Heal him. Arrow him. Save him.
No.
He's 85. It's
Somebody
Country got a med pick, by the way, while we're looking at this engineer.
Oh my gosh, but Biffle cleans up Constance and Techno here. Even though their med goes down here, which is extremely unfortunate.
It was much funnier to watch the heavy getting arrow tanked,
Yeah.
but Country finding that med pick is gonna kill all the momentum for help because
Yeah.
they don't even have the space to keep tapping the cart
They're,
anymore, and it's
they're
rolling
gonna
back.
be, and on this point, they're gonna be reset to sacking on the cart over and over again, like trying to take like lobby and then
It's
sacking
rolling
on the
back.
cart. So yeah, and with the cart rolling back, like Michael is gonna tap it, but on this point specifically, it's nearly necessary to have Uber to like properly push this unless you get like a perfect sacking.
They need to do something. They haven't been able to crack anything. They can't get kills, they can't get spades, they can't get the cart. They were close, they were an inch away, but help are just struggling. There's only 3 minutes left on the round timer. I'm not even sure if they're gonna be able to cap it up.
And we'll have to see, because like obviously that means like what, how many more Ubers?
Like 2 to 3 if you're lucky.
Yeah, so Mount's trying to pick his angles to try and find Axie. The gun does go down, so all this spam is doing them some good.
Catalyst is dead. No banner for post is gonna be
No
big. That's
banner,
gonna
yeah.
keep Thorn on their side. And Moist low HP, getting arrow tanked up. Micah gonna dead ring around. He's running at him with the enforcer, which actually goes through the brass piece damage reduction. Look, he's gonna try to
Oh, the
enforce
ball
him.
coming in! Did you see that?
Yeah, but Xavier's
Mountain.
dead. Mountain found that headshot
Yeah.
through that window. That's crazy angle. I just looked at the replay for that. That is insane. He found that. That drop is the call that help need. That's their call for help. They're gonna try to go in once again through the side hallway. Micah Deadring is out. Mountain is dead already.
And the Uber is
Finally a
coming
kill.
out. It's gonna try and catch Xavier, but he's in the dispenser. They beat, but they're stacking card here.
Yep,
They're
5
striking
players
the
alive though.
anyone
They're
see
losing
Uber
it.
out there?
Catalyst is doing so much work. Emily trying her best, but doesn't get the shotgun shots in time. Sunny walks in, is dead. Caboose now is on the case. He's getting put down
Oh
by
my
that
God.
sniper. Headshot is big to save Catalyst. Catalyst,
No
a
way.
one-man army on this
I-
cart. And now SAR's back in, railing off headshot after headshot.
And honestly, like Sar getting that headshot on card completely saved Catalyst.
Micah, take your dead ring and get out.
It completely saved Catalyst there to continue defending the cart while everyone was down.
And there's the banner.
then Sar
He
finds
stayed alive,
another.
so Catalyst has another banner.
Yeah,
They,
and now
they
he
can't
has
do
the banner
anything.
as well.
Help have nothing going. A minute and a half. Half their time has now bled. They're gonna have another Uber in just a second. It could be their last Uber of the game. Americans dead. Saw on a 6K. Not able to be taken down in quite a while. They're gonna try and walk into left side lobby for them this time. Once again, another
And Uber
Uber.
is coming up here.
Yep, they're
Lots
gonna
of
go
damage
with
on
Pyrus
both.
stuffing them
Oh.
again. They can't even walk out. Pyrus, they can't get the
Ooh.
flash, but Uber's out. They do layer the Uber and the banner, but Feeble's dead. This is not gonna happen.
Yeah, and Moist is still just watching.
He got
the cart.
higher somehow. I think he got air blasted.
He got air blasted up to that ledge, and he's just been defending the cart this entire
I mean, the
time.
question now becomes, can he get much higher than that window? I don't think so. He's the
I
king
don't
of the
think
cart,
there is,
overlooking
yeah.
it the entire time. He's
He's
staying
like
up
in a
there
nice
too.
cozy spot. Yeah, he's having a good time, and like with Health having so much struggle trying to get this card time on, they don't have that split pressure that Froggieland had on their offense.
Yeah,
We
they
saw
got
them just
nothing.
have that. Yeah,
they got
they-
30 seconds is what they have, I'll tell you that. And they got
Yeah.
a sack on the cart over and over again. Micah starts the proceedings with his tap, gets out of dodge, Biffle's dead. Guys, 20 seconds, go to cart. I gotta go to cart. They're gonna try to get some flank pressure, but
16
American's
seconds
dead.
left.
American's dead, Micah's the only one on cart.
They have
Emily,
the Pyro here, yeah.
10
As you
seconds.
mentioned.
Moist
This
is
is gonna
still
be tough,
overlooking
but-
it. It's over.
Oh,
There's Micah though.
Micah.
Gets one. Pyrus is dead. Can
Yep.
they get to it? Overtime.
Oh,
It's the pop
overtime.
push. Moist the
pop
Moist.
push.
Moist with such a
Oh
gun. Moist and Exa combined for 8 kills.
Oh my god! And honestly, the coordination between Moist and Catalyst is insane. They're constantly looking out for each other. Like as soon as Moist is getting pressured, Catalyst is immediately dropping down to save him. And like especially with these flank plays where they're hiding in house, they're hiding in like sewers, they're hiding in random spots, they're always just paired up together for this. Even if they're on different sides of the map.
Yep, and you mentioned that duo right now. 52 points on Catalyst, 44 on Moist, topping their teams respectively. So yeah, they're doing tons of work on that defense, like you said. Anytime Moist is pressured, Catalyst would go. Catalyst is down there doing work, Moist will come up. And at the end there, just seeing all of Help. Like, okay, Help got like 3 kills at the end there, and like big ones. So, like, they got the Demo Man. They're thinking they got the Demo Man. They got the Pyro. We can do it. They walk on Sentry Gun and Brass Beast. Just kills 8 people in the span of 3 seconds. It was insane.
Yeah, and like props to Exa, honestly.
Oh god, the predictions are bad. The close prediction is
No.
minus 257.
Oh god.
That time, they don't even cap last, by the way, so it's 6 minutes and 31 seconds to cap 4, or capping 5 at all is the win condition for Froggy.
Yeah. We'll have to see how it plays out. It seems like, you know, Froggieland is definitely comfortable and confident in their shot
Help
right now.
are gonna have to huddle second, I think. If they get pushed off second, I don't think
Yeah.
they can do the rest. So we'll see how their game goes when it comes to that second point. That's where I think it's important. And Sunny already getting onto the wrong foot. Gets headshot off the roof.
They're gonna actually catch a couple kills here, but
The
It's
second one's
practically-
big, because Sar's just walking in.
yeah. Sorry.
He's gonna look for a back out. He could find someone.
Oh my-
it doesn't take
oh.
it. Look at the shot. I like it.
And Michael
Ballsy
Illy-
play.
Yeah, Michael
Melted,
Illy is gonna
yeah.
get caught here. Yeah, I was pausing because I was like, did he get out?
I mean,
but
if you're him, you're thinking I need the med drop. I've been in that
Yeah.
situation before. I get the feel.
for sure, it's a lot of pressure, especially when you're supposed to be kind of like that, like pinch or like you know the godsend opening pick kind of thing as a pick class. It's gonna be tough here though.
They're gonna knockout punch push through this with a lot of players.
Caution,
Their med's actually
behind.
low ground, but they're trying to bait an Uber right now.
Caution's deep
They're
poking
trying
now.
to bait the
He's
Uber.
gonna catch Milton.
Okay. Froggieland tried to bait the Uber by sacking through Demo, Heavy, and Soldier, and it didn't work. That's really good awareness by Help and Fugo, especially to not top that Uber. So, I like the attempt. You have a lot of time to work with. Just see what you can get, but it does not work out.
And it's tough here with Mountain going down here. Like they get so much space in tunnel. Mountain's just coming up here, so this might be a little tougher to push tunnel here. But that was just such a
Watch out for Sar. He's scoping up. Doesn't get a shot. Pushed off by some stickies. And Froggieland, they're going to lose their Demo Man here. Without a Demo, it's hard to Uber. Yip Yap with a dive bombed by Catalyst from up top. And then the drop comes in. Fugo is dead. To Moist, flanking through upper with the Tomislav, the silent but deadly. He just drops a medic.
And he got American after that too. Just this flank shove that's coming out of like Wist and just coming out of Catalyst it's insane how much they get out of it all the
I'm
time.
gonna make a reference that only old heads will go, but the drop to minigun is the Kai the Fox. Granted, Kai was staring straight at the heavy. That was a flank heavy. That was a spy mission coming in from behind. But either way, that one is likely gonna end proceedings here. Help cannot defend this at all. They're gonna run out with their players if they can. They know they have to get work here.
But they do
and a
have
headshot
to.
onto Chief. They're gonna try. Chief is dead, but Cart getting pushed so high. Caboose, a one-man army here, taken down. They need help. There's the stickies coming in. More reinforcements are Moist up top. Gonna be raining down hell with that minigun like he just did.
All the way here in tunnel is going to get chased down by Michael Illy. We'll have to see if he lives this, but oh, the Deathbringer.
Yeah, and they're gonna cap it off. There's nothing left that Help can do there when their medic drops to the heavy and behind. Normally, when the play comes through, obviously, like, teams got used to sacking your heavy and soldier with the upper, but the defense knows that, and they have to watch for it, but Help's not on the same page. No one was watching.
Yeah, and their demo, the Help demo is just gonna go down early here to the snipe up in like the window area. This window area is so important, and holding this flank is so important. They're gonna spam out Sar, and he's gonna go down. So this is gonna be a lot easier for them to peek this and just kind of walk through, which is exactly what Help.
Backstab onto Emily, and his sentry gun is down. They're gonna take down Conshoot and return those. Enough spy pressure coming in. Caboose, full HP, gonna be the man defending this cart. Solar bomb in, takes down Mountain.
And it's gonna get Mountain here, doing the off time.
Yep, and we're gonna see now where the rollout comes out. Looks like apartments just standard coming in. Caboose is Caboose is actually with Sar in the apartments here. Remember, Mountain is dead, so Sar uncontested on the SVS angle, looking for anything. Spy coming
Spy
out.
coming in here.
Surely, Moist, you know that's a spy, right? Moist just watched him walk up. Granted, Sar did get the engineer again, so level 1 sentry gun not gonna be able to get upgraded.
Yikes. And it's tough because they got that sniper pick, but with Sar going down there in the upper area of the flank, that's gonna be tough. That sniper ad is no longer there for them. And they are gonna get forced here soon.
Catalyst, yeah, it's so much work. Kills American as well. Catalyst is still alive underneath. He does all the work, just destroying that defense from within.
Oh, boys just coming.
Yep, and Moist cleaning him up on cart, gets the cap. Oh, that's not good. Help is basically wiped. It's just Caboose and Mountain. Remember, 2 minutes left. They have to hold this at minimum before they even get a chance to hard hold last. Controop is in, goes for the jump up top. They're not going to expect him to be this fast. This is a free pick on Mountain coming up if he wants it. I think he got seen, but Sorter in right now.
Is
Catalyst.
he just going behind? He's just going behind.
Catalyst going for a flank as well. There's a lot of pressure in behind right now coming for Froggy, and they're walking up with it too. The Stickies get the kill onto American. Here's Catalyst.
And
there's some damage. Fugel's dead.
Down.
Yeah, Stickies popped up by those explosives. It's just Caboose on this hill with 1 HP. Yep, we're gonna try and get out here. There's a scout in his face. 1 HP on everyone. Their health is so bad, and Help just have to get out.
And yeah, this is gonna
Oh my god, he peeked 1 second and died.
That pinch from behind, the Catalyst getting behind, and then Constreet being in position, they're just collapsing the map from everywhere. It was impossible for Sweeble to practically even lift that.
That's looking like it. They got a sack to cart here.
Yeah,
Just a spy.
that's gonna be a cast, and that's tough.
I mean, that's the clean 2-0 for Froggy. I did expect them to come in with the win. You know, they were the stronger team on paper, stronger team overall, but I was really hoping that Help would be able to do something.
With all the subs that were coming in for Help, like changing your main color and everything, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's not an easy situation for Help. Like, yeah, all the sub situation, people lagging out, trying to just gather whatever players you can. And granted for them, this is a match you can afford to get 2-0'd in if you beat all the mid-table teams later in the season. So, you know, while they have been competitive with Froggy in the past in some ways, it's just not happening here tonight.
For sure, yeah. Again, like, there were a lot of unfortunate events kind of happening on Help. Like, their NG lagging out and stuff. They're, like, missing their, like, main color and everything. Having to swap halfway through as well. I don't even know what roster they were running for pregame. So we don't know if that was, like, if they've just been swapping through the past handful of halves, right?
Shout out to Timeless for correctly guessing his team would get 2-0'd. No faith, Timeless.
No faith.
It's because he wasn't there, right? He knew I'm not there. They can't do it without me.
But yeah, like honestly, again, I think it was just a little scrappy at times. There were good plays coming out, like for example, like Caboose just going completely unnoticed in that apartments play, and like Michaela being able to open the door for him there, and of course, like there was good collapses coming out of Help, but it was happening 2-3 minutes after the hold, like after like getting to that point, right? If those kind of plays happened a lot sooner, that kind of coordination and whatnot, those points would have crumbled a lot sooner, and they could have pushed a lot faster. But it felt like it took a little, you know, running into the wall over and over again before, you know, everything came together. And whether it was coincidence or not is a whole different thing.
Yep, and logs are up on your guys' screens to check out. I don't want to look too much at the logs because this was honestly just like a team differential where Help just due to circumstances were not up to it on the day. Whether or not they will be eventually is still up in the air. They have not been contesting Froggy as of recent for, you know, like being equivalent in matches, but they'll have some chances. Like I said, this match is not the end of their season at all. This is a team you can't afford to lose to. So they'll be looking to kind of rebound, hopefully get a full roster together for the rest of the matches because the important matches are coming up soon.
For sure. And like we talked about at the start of this cast, like there's those mid-range matches that you talked about, like the mid-range teams. That's when it's super important not to drop rounds. So it's not completely over for them. The Froggieland, a lot of the same roster, a lot of the same players, and just the same team coordination, right? They can build off of each other still based off of their previous experience. But with swapping people around, new main color and everything, it's going to be a lot tougher for somebody Help to kind of piece those parts together.
Yeah, Technoma 40 kills on the day. That's the 40 bomb. Pretty big for the scout on Swiftwater. Again,
for sure.
Not typically what you think of the high impact scout map. Like it's not the COTS of the world, but scout's a powerful class. They can do this if you let them. And Technomo was up to the task today. A lot of kills coming through. Chief 430 DPM. We'll say 400 without the crit sticky kills, but either way, did a ton of work. And yeah, it really just was Froggy being the stronger team today. There was not much Help could really do. We were hoping they might be able to contest for a round, but at the end of the day, it's just Froggy now 3-0. Have they dropped the match point? I'm gonna check that, but I don't think they have.
So, no. And like for example, like SAR, even though like you know the SVS was extremely close, SAR was getting those picks. Like for example, 8 demo picks compared to 4 demo picks from Mountain.
Mountain actually won the SVS in that second half, 8-7. I checked it, but.
And like for example, like SAR was getting 6 NG picks in comparison to 2, and of course that comes from leeway of like, was that during you know defense when the NG was just pushing the cart and he was getting that free pick, or was he really you know catching the NG that was on defense, kind of thing. But there were definitely key points that I picked out, specifically with like the snipers, for example. We talked about that last play where Sar kind of cleaned up a whole bunch of people defending last, which really saved them losing, that last hold, which practically, sealed off their success for this entire half. So, and of course, not to discredit, what Moist was doing and what Catalyst was doing, they were extremely strong here as well. And of course, props to Chief as well for leading his team to victory, assuming that he was main calling. So I guess we'll just have to see how they pull through in the next couple matches. There's definitely a lot more interesting, tougher matches coming around with the higher heads of the division going up against each other, and the middle teams fighting for those playoff spots. So we'll have to see.
Yep, Froggy up to 3-0. They have not dropped the map or around this entire season, so still perfect. Going for that flawless. Team Fun will be their biggest obstacles coming up in one of the following weeks. Help down to 1-2, but their season is not over by a long shot. They'll have another chance to keep going. That's going to about do it for this match. We do have some plugs coming in. Once again, the RGL Q&A coming up June 24th live on the RGL Twitch channel. You'll get your chance to ask a bunch of admins whatever questions you may have. We're going to have Jamond, Arcadia, the new head admin, Camper, and others as well on for this Q&A. So once again, June 24th, check out on the RGL Twitch TV channel.
And of course, don't forget to support your local RGL community by purchasing some merch. We still have a couple of pieces of merch from last season. For example, the ones from Jay, which directly support him. And of course, everything else that supports the RGL team and the staff. So make sure to, of course, check those out and support your local community.
I guess gonna about wrap it up here for now. We'll be catching you guys for some more Highlander action next Monday. But for now, Mocha, you got any last minute shouts you want to give?
I guess shout out to Froggieland, of course. I am technically subbing for them, so thank you for letting me play preseason or whatnot.
Yeah, thanks for the placement medal.
Smile. But of course, shout out to Froggieland. Of course, shout out to Somebody Help, a very lovely bunch of people. And shout out to Dolphin, of course, for producing and getting me in here today. And I guess shout out to all of you guys for watching.
Yep, definitely hope to see you again sometime on the cast. In the meantime, though, we're going to be signing out here. I have been Zagron, joined by Mocha and Dolphin behind the camera. As always, thank you all for watching. We'll be back next Monday for some more Highlander action. Stay tuned, and good night.
Bye-bye.